Hey guys, welcome to TradersHub Ninja again. This video, we are with MHM. You guys know that MHM is a futures expert, and we have MHM in our first podcast, and he is doing us all podcast interviews. It's going really good. Thanks for supporting all our podcast. And right now we have MHM because he is willing to help our Traders Hub in the futures, to bring futures into Traders Hub Ninja. And here today's video, he will share how we can sign up to futures, where we need to sign up, if you are using Mac, how we need to do, and what are the advantages and disadvantages using funded account. All those insights will be covered in this video. And this is not just one video with a long, it will be like a 20 minutes, 20-minute short videos. We are going to cover like a big series, like maybe 4 or 5 videos comes under this futures. And you guys know that today we launch indicators as well in a futures, where you can start using it. So MHM, thanks for joining us again and again and supporting Traders Hub Ninja. So screen is yours.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being with you guys. Okay. But before we start, let me just clarify this. Okay. I'm not an expert, nothing like that. I'm a simple trader like all of you guys. Okay. Just that maybe I focus on one particular thing. That's why maybe I developed a little bit of edge on it. That's it. Okay. So I started trading. Okay. Like those of who you don't know me, okay, or haven't watched before. So I started trading roughly about 2.5 years, a little bit more than 2.5 years back, right in the middle of COVID when we immigrated to a new country, okay, and we were starting life all over again. So starting with that, I had zero idea of like how trading works, but it seemed to be the in thing during COVID. All my friends are doing, everyone is saying like they're making a lot of money and all that. So without knowing anything, I delved into it with a few friends. And what happens without knowing, okay, going into trades, you all know, okay, got burnt badly. So I started with the OTCs, okay, the nano pennies, and got burnt badly. Then decided that no, I need to learn this thing. So I started focusing my time, okay, studied a lot. Then I learned small cap trading on small caps pretty well. That's where I actually made some good money, okay, but I wanted to go on to something which basically has liquidity every single day. Okay, so one or two tickers to trade on. So that basically pulled me towards SPY. And I guess a lot of us here trade SPY options. Okay, so that really pulled me in because there's always liquidity and all that. So this was probably in the end of third quarter of last year or early fourth quarter of last year. So I spent about 3 months learning like how to trade SPY options. Okay, but what I figured out is like, and I used to do like 0 day options, okay, that sometimes even if the market is moving in the direction that you want, that given like the premium burn, the Greeks in options, okay, or by the time basically market moves into the direction where you want it to be, like your contracts literally reduce in value drastically. Okay. And even though the position was favorable to me, I was at a break even or at times even taking loss. So that made me think like, okay, what other options are there? So that's how I actually discovered into futures trading. And now, as traders have said, okay, that I mainly trade in just two tickers, SPY futures and QQQ futures. Okay, that's it. So NQ and ES are literally my bread and butter day in, day out. These are the only two things I trade in. Okay, so that's pretty much my trading journey. So tell me what you guys want to know.
Just want to start with, if you can do screen share and show us where we need to sign up, how we need to sign up,
Mm-hmm.
and then if I'm using Mac, which one I need to sign up. Those kind of things will be helpful for our listeners.
Sure. So let's start with the basics then. Okay. And on this episode, let's just focus on the basics. Okay. So to start with,
Quick
actually,
one.
yep, tell me.
I can't see your screen if you're really sharing it.
Yeah, it's visible. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, what I was saying is like, uh, just bear with me 1 second.
No worries.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Meanwhile, guys, if you are not at sign up to TradersHub Ninja, just watch out like www.tradershub.ninja. So there you can start signing up, and you will get the futures indicators as well. Just today we launch it, so it will be very helpful for you guys if you are really trading on a futures.
Yeah, I think that's something really great. Okay. And I tested your indicators. Okay, like you gave me the better versions to test earlier. Those are
Mhm.
working quite well. Okay, especially on
Awesome.
the lower time frames. Like I'm a scalper basically. Okay, so I find it quite helpful. Okay,
Gotcha.
especially if
Mostly you
somebody
do
is, yeah.
5 minutes.
So, yeah, I do mostly like 1 minute and 5 minutes. Okay, so if somebody is especially new, okay, like if you see on
Mhm.
my chart, I barely have any indicators. Okay, so I trade with a minimal set of indicators. But if somebody is new, that definitely helps them. I can say that without a doubt. I wish I found something like TradersHub Ninja when I started my trading. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for that feedback.
Yeah, no, I find it great that you guys have like all the stuff in one place. Okay, it's a great place to learn how to be a trader, not just follow signals of somebody.
Yeah,
Okay,
agree.
so let's start with, okay, so when we say futures, what do we do actually? Okay, that we are trading either same charts, okay, SPY charts or QQ charts. It's pretty much the same chart during the daytime. Trust me, if I do a blind test and show somebody, and I have done this multiple times, nobody can even say the difference at times, like whether it's a SPY chart or whether it's a SPY futures ES chart. Okay, so that is
Mhm.
there. The same charts that you use, we'll be using the exactly same charts. The tickers are different. Okay, ES is SPY futures, as you can see, and NQ is QQQ futures. Okay, so in futures, basically, how we buy and sell is basically just like buying a contract. Okay, just like buying a stock. Unlike your options, there is no premium burn, there is no Greeks over here. Okay, so basically what you see in the screen is the price that you pay and you sell exactly for that. Okay, when we talk about the advantages and disadvantages, we'll touch base more on that. But for the timing, just to understand, like each point that you see, let's say we are at 15,857 and 15,858 is the next point. So each point is equivalent to a certain dollar amount, which we make or we lose. Okay, so let's say for NQ, whenever it's moving 1 point, that is actually equal to 20 bucks. And for ES, it's actually equal to 50 bucks for each point. And every point has 4 ticks. It moves in increments of like 0.25 or a quarter. So that's what you can see in the screen. So basically over here, if you're looking at NQ, each tick is based to $5 and each point is made of 4 ticks, which is like 4 into 5, which is like $20. And on ES, same equation. Okay, each tick is 12 and a half bucks and each point is like $50. Okay, so there you go. So that's how it works. Now, a lot of you may ask, okay, everybody trades options. Why do we trade futures? Okay, what are the advantages or the disadvantages? And like a common notion is futures is very complicated. It is for the big boys. You need a lot of money to trade. Trust me, those are all myths. Okay, you can start trading futures with as little as like $20. And I'm not joking, seriously, it's just $20. Okay, so the advantages that I particularly find in trading futures is quite a few. First of all, that unlike options, you don't have any contract expiry over here. These contracts technically never expire because you can keep on rolling contracts without any cost to you. Okay. And most of us take very short time frame days trades. Very few of us take swing trades over here. Okay. Like if you are following our trades on the main server that I am on, Alpha Stock Labs, you will see over there as well that most of us are taking short trades on this, scalping throughout the day. Okay. Or at max staying in a trade for like 15-20 minutes. That's it. Okay. So that there you go. So one is like you don't have to worry about the premium burn, the theta, okay, the implied volatility of options. It's just like buying and selling a stock. Second is futures typically trade like 23 hours, 5 days a week. Okay, starting from Sunday evening all the way up to Friday when market closes. So those of you who have a full-time job like me, okay, it's a great instruments to trade. These are great instruments to trade. The reason being, like there are multiple windows to trade. So if you are like working 9 to 5 like me, sometimes I'm done with trading between 7:30 to 8:30, okay, or at best 8:45, and I can begin my workday without any hassle of trading or looking at the screen or anything. Sometimes in the evenings, okay, I do capture quite a few good trades. Like if you guys look into the screen, this trade, as soon as it broke the view up basically from here to where it is now, if you're trading with just one contract, you'd be making like 160 bucks per contract. So that's not bad actually. If you're doing that in small caps, it would be taking quite a bit of amount of time and watching to make that, right? So that's there. The other bit is like I don't have to worry about my trading with my own money. Okay, I can use funded accounts to trade futures, and that's what I have been doing ever since May. Okay, so we'll touch base on that on the funded accounts. Okay, I believe it's one of the questions you had for me, Traders Hub. Okay, so we'll definitely touch base on that. So these are the main elements I find advantageous, and most of all, you find liquidity at most times. Okay, there are some windows when I call it a graveyard shift. Okay, barely things move or like very less liquidity, but like you get like multiple windows through this 23-hour time period in each day that you can trade in. Okay, so you don't have to worry about liquidity. Okay, that you buy and you get stuck. That never happens over here. What are the disadvantages? Futures can be quite volatile. Just like I said, okay, that you can make money quickly, you can lose money even quicker. So if you're new, I would say don't just jump into futures straight away. Learn at least the basics of trading and then start practicing with the smaller ones. Instead of NQ, you can use MNQ, which is 1/10 of the size. Instead of ES, you can use MES, which is 1/10 of the size again. Okay. So I hope that clarifies and gives you a basics of the futures.
Yeah, that totally this helps a lot. The quick question from my side. So if I'm good at options, I
Mm-hmm.
know how to play options, put calls, everything. I'm expert on it. So is it easy for me to jump into futures directly to NQ, or again you ask me not to jump directly to NQ?
Let me ask you this. You know how to
Hmm.
drive, right?
Yes.
Okay. And say you drive a Corvette. Okay.
Hmm.
So if I put you tomorrow in the wheels of a pickup, can you drive it?
I can.
Of course, because you know, right? What's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, you know very well, like, where's the brake, where's the accelerator, what are the road rules, right?
Right.
It's just
I
that.
got you.
And if you're
Hmm.
doing options already, okay, it
Hmm.
means like you'd be basically just, instead of driving maybe a red Corvette, all you'll be doing is you'll be driving a black Corvette, just changing the color of the car.
Got it. Totally got you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, if you have experience in trading options, you can straight away move here.
Okay. And in options, for example, I got like a 10 contracts for 200 bucks
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I might lose that 200 bucks to zero point 0.1, just I will get 10 cents or something.
Or maybe
So
your
is
option
that
contracts
something
will expire, right? It's valueless.
expired?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
obviously.
never
Yeah.
happens
So
over
is
here.
that, oh,
Okay, because
okay.
these are like 3-month contracts. Okay, and the
Uh-huh.
contracts that you are seeing here, these are basically expiring in December 2023. Now, let's say if I was
Mhm.
swinging this, these would automatically be rolled onto March 2024 contracts.
Okay. Again, is there anything comes into the picture like a beta, gamma, alpha, if you know, or like
Absolutely
an
no.
option?
Absolutely no.
Absolutely.
That's why I love
Okay.
futures. Okay. I try
Okay.
to keep my trading very simple. Okay. Those who of you
Uh-huh.
have seen my strategies know my trading. Okay. So it suits my style perfectly well. Okay. Whatever I see in the screen is whatever I get or sell.
Got it. Yeah, because this beta is keep eating my options. For example, today it goes
Order
like I got
submitted.
a put, but it goes crazy up like a 10%. But tomorrow it comes to the down, like a where I plan. But still, I'm not getting a profits of it because
Same
beta
thing.
eat. my options already.
Exactly for this reason, actual traders have I moved into futures from options. Okay, that was the main reason that I moved. After
Target
doing
filled.
that, like you guys can hear the background noise, right? I just took a
Mhm.
trade right now and closed it. Okay. So that's how basically you can literally trade like at whatever time period suits you.
Okay. Is
Okay.
it your bot or some AI working on it, or else you're doing it?
Uh, that is something that is interesting. I think we should be giving a insight to the viewers. Like with Traders Hub, we are working on a few bots. Okay. So these are
Uh-huh.
my own bots. Okay. They take the entries, but typically
Okay.
like I set the parameters. Okay. And they can take the exits as well.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Or
super
you can
cool.
just trade by yourself, right? It's because if you
Mhm.
know how to trade, whatever you do, your bot is not doing anything exceptional. It's just following your logics.
Right. Maybe when I'm sleeping, let it do that.
Well, that's the dream that you wake up to a ton of money, yeah? Not to a ton of money, let's say a couple of hundreds. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, obviously, like hundreds is very important to add into our portfolio. It keep on adding hundreds. It helps a lot. People will
Exactly.
think like 10,000, 20,000 is the profit. No, guys, it's like $100 or it is a $10, whatever it is. It will keep adding to your portfolio.
Absolutely. I cannot agree more. Okay, like with futures, typically, like you
Mhm.
can easily make like four to 500 a day. Okay, if you're a little bit disciplined, okay, and that. So think of most of us, okay, or the general population. Like what, 2000 bucks is like a very good paycheck, right, per week. And most of us make what,
Right.
maybe 1,000 to 1,500 per week. Okay, so if
Mhm.
I can basically get an extra 2,000 per week trading futures just like an hour a day or like even less than that, I will take that any single day.
Mhm.
Okay, and what I figured out in my trading career is like instead of going for home runs, the small wins keep on compounding them. They build up your portfolio like anything.
Yeah, I'm with you on this for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So coming
Yeah.
back, okay, you had another question regarding like what platforms do we use, right? Okay.
Hmm.
So for me, basically, I'm a funded trader. So how funded trading works, basically, let me explain that first, then we'll move on to that. So answer both of your questions together. So with futures and forex, basically, there are lots of companies out there who helps you with the funding. Okay, so they give you the money to trade and you trade with their money, but it is not like they're giving you free money, guys. That never exists. Okay, you have to prove first that you know how to trade, then you pass the evaluations, and then they will give you the actual money to trade with. Okay, so these are quite regulated. They have all have their own terms and conditions, and pretty much we go on a profit sharing basis. So typically what I saw in the market is like the trader like me keeps anywhere between 75% to 90% of the profits, and the company basically keeps 25% to 10% of the profits. Okay, so that's the norm. 75%, 25%, 80%, 20%, or 90-10. That's the split. Now I love this, okay, ever since I discovered it in February, no, in March of this year, okay, that I first found out about funded account companies. I signed up with a company and I like the terms and conditions ever since. I have been sticking around with them. So that
Order
worked perfectly
submitted.
fine for me. Okay, so what happens is that once they fund me, I don't have to trade with my own capital anymore. That is a huge mental relief. Like when you go into a
Order
trade,
submitted.
you,
Target filled.
you know that I am not trading with my own money. My capital is not at a risk here. The maximum I can lose is the couple of $100, okay, 200 at max that I paid to the funded account company for getting this account. That's there. I would be happy to take it any single day. Okay. And the profit sharing is also not bad for the company that I'm with. They share 90-10 with me. Even if they wanted like 80-20, like I keep 80%, they keep 20%, I will be happy because it's a huge relief for me. Okay, so that's how funded account companies work. And for me, basically, the platforms, everything, the license fees is given by them. I don't spend a single penny from my pocket. So typically, there are two platforms that are very popular for futures trading. One is NinjaTrader and the other is Trade08. If you are exclusively a Mac user, then Trade08 is your platform. because NinjaTrader doesn't work there. Okay, but TradeOvit is a
Mhm.
much lighter, very easy version to use. Okay, like even like a 10-year-old child can probably use TradeOvit, I would say. NinjaTrader is extremely feature rich. Okay, it has like some great features, especially if you're into scripting or like attaching your orders to particular indicators. I haven't seen anything like NinjaTrader. It's a little bit difficult to learn. There's a steep learning curve, but once you get over that, okay, that's a good platform. So both are good, okay, but for Mac, TradeOvit is a thing, and you can use TradeOvit on Windows as well or from your phone. But if you're a Windows user only, then NinjaTrader is not bad at all.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me if you guys have more questions.
Yes. So how we need to sign up? Is there any referral, something like that, or else directly we can go website and get it the things?
Well, I would say like you should do your due diligence. Okay. Like I mentioned, there are numerous companies out there. They all have their terms and conditions. The
Mhm.
company I am with, I like them because like I have been with them from the beginning. Okay. And pretty much their terms and conditions suits me superbly. Okay. I'll just bring it up on the screen. It's called Apex Trader Funding. Okay. So that is
Okay.
there, and they offer accounts of all different sizes, either on NinjaTrader or TradeOvate platforms. Okay, so typically if you're going with the evaluation account, this is a fee that you'll pay, and it doesn't take actually more than a month if you're good at it to pass. But like you don't have to pay 167, okay, because these guys run sales or promotions all the time, and being a funded trader myself, they allow me to give like the referral codes or the discounts. So if you want, I would be more than happy to share that with the Traders Hub team
Yeah,
for the
please. That helps a
subscribers.
lot to our people.
Sure,
Yeah.
I will share that with you, and you can post the link for the members.
Sure, definitely. And the quick question over there, like if we subscribe for the 50K account, then we
Mhm.
will get something 1500, 2500, and we need to reach like a 3000, right? So once we
No, no,
reach
no,
that,
no. Let me clarify on that.
uh
Okay. So
sorry.
what is happening is these guys give you two limits. Okay. One is the
Okay.
maximum loss limit. Okay. What's the maximum loss that you can take? And the
Uh-huh.
other is basically what is the maximum profit that you have to make to prove yourself.
Got you.
Okay. So the
Mhm.
maximum loss limit on the 50K account is 2500. You hit 2500 and you are out.
Mhm.
Okay. Or if you make like $3,000, you are back into the game. You are like passing the evaluation completely. That's how it works, actually, Traders Hub.
Okay, so I will get zero money, and from the zero, if I go to 2000 minus 2500, I'm out. From zero, if I go to 3000,
Eh,
it will be like
Yeah,
good to go
see,
with the next level.
initially it's like a simulation account. Okay. So they will
Okay.
let you trade maximum 10 contracts on a 50K account. So
Mhm.
with 50K account, 10 contracts, okay, you are expected to make like 3000. There is no time limit. The more time you take, it is better for them because they keep on getting your monthly fees. But typically, in my notion, like a 50K account is good to pass even if you take it easy in like 15 days.
Gotcha. Yep. So once I pass that evaluation, what will be
Mhm.
the next step? Like a 50K account, how much money they will give funded to me?
Same. Okay, you get basically how many contracts you can trade with.
Okay. It will be like a 10
10
contracts per month
contracts.
or else
With
per
Apex, it
month.
is like 10 contracts. No, 10 is the maximum you can go at any single point of time.
You mean like one day or 1 month,
One
like a
trade,
one time,
one trade, each trade,
one trade?
each trade.
Okay.
Let's put
Okay.
it each trade, okay, if it makes it easier
Uh-huh.
to understand. Okay, like in each trade, you cannot go in with more than 10 contracts, but definitely you have your risk management. You are definitely not going to do that. You're going to go with probably like two contracts or one contract, right? You need to manage your risk. Just because they give you
Got
10
you.
contracts doesn't mean like if you have like 20,000 bucks to trade with, you definitely don't go in with 20,000, right? You go in maximum 10% of it.
Got it. Got
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I use
Now I
pretty much the
totally got you.
same things that I learned in small caps. I brought over that knowledge over here, modified it a little bit, okay, and have been going with that ever since.
Mhm. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, and thank you so much for bringing this. Like I MHM, you bought this into Alpha Server or else Trader Sub Ninja everywhere. Like before you, We don't know futures. To be frankly speaking and honestly speaking with you, even I thought the same way. Like a futures are for some billionaires, millionaires, maybe whoever good at expertise, like a 10 years experience, maybe someone, people like that will do it, not like us. But when you bought this one, totally it changed my mindset. And people around me now, like in Alpha Group or else Traders Hub Ninja or else around my community as well, everyone has started moving into the futures after
Well,
this.
once you discover,
Thank you
okay,
so
I was in the
much.
same shoes like you. Okay, and
Uh-huh.
nobody actually told me. Okay, I just discovered it exploring, okay, like that. And then when I discovered that deep, I saw like, come on, you don't need that amount of money because think of it. If you're going with a funded account, okay, you're going with
Mhm,
like a discount of like 80% or something with a referral code, right? Your
mhm,
cost of a funded account is what? 30 bucks. Okay, let's say you will be failing a few funded accounts at the beginning. Okay, we all did. Okay, like because it takes time, right, to learn how to do things and that. So better than risking your own
mhm,
money, I always suggest go with a funded account. So let's say you failed one account, then you passed. So how much are you spending? 30 plus 30, 60 bucks, right? And then
yeah.
you go for the real account, okay, after passing. You can take a lifetime. Like I'll be quoting Apex again because I use them mainly. For Apex, a lifetime account costs like 140. And if you go with monthly option, you pay 85. Okay. So I always go with the
Mhm,
lifetime with the 50Ks. Okay, 50K is my favorite account size of all the ones that I tried. So over there, let's say I paid 60, 30 and 30, 60 bucks for evaluation. Okay, failing once
Order filled.
and
mhm.
I paid, let's say, another what do you call another 140 bucks for the main lifetime account. Okay, so my
Yeah.
total investment, if you're looking here, is in total right about 200 bucks. If I blow up
Yes.
this account, God forbid, okay, trade doesn't go my way, it happens to the best of us. Okay, what am I to lose? The maximum I'm losing here is what I paid for the fees. That's it. Okay, I'm not losing the whole thing.
Got it. Yeah, yeah. 200 is nothing for sure. Like if I got a couple of contracts and options,
Yeah,
if it is expired, I'm done.
exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the beauty of it I found over here, trading futures. Okay, and that's the reason basically I'm sticking around with this more.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm super excited to start futures.
I hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so any other questions?
No, I think first part, like in this video, we covered mostly how to sign up, how to use it, advantages, disadvantages, all things are covered up. Maybe in the next episode, we can come up with how they can set up their account, how they can start the things, some tips like
Sure,
that.
we
Maybe in
can
the
look into
next video.
those. Sure. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you then, and
Yeah.
thanks again for having me here.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us again.